Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 142 of the Road to Top Series. I'm Toasty FM. Sorry I missed today. Yesterday was a very busy day, and tomorrow will also be a busy day. So don't expect an episode on Sunday. This episode will be coming out on Saturday, but don't expect one on Sunday. It's gonna be Saturday's gonna be a busy day for me, so I don't know if I'll be able to record an episode. But be ready for one on Monday. Just letting you guys know, so you guys aren't expecting anything and it doesn't show up. Now, today would have been a big game, but we have confirmed a place in the Champions League. Well, at least in the playoff. Not 5 points out of a possible 9. Win against Sertanense, a draw against Guimarães, a draw against Belenenses. And this game was interesting because they scored, we scored right after. They scored, we scored right after. I don't know what about it was. I mean, I think at this point they had already played, so we knew all we needed was a point. So I don't think I pushed as hard as I could have. So yeah, I don't know. So I mean, we're 4 points ahead of Sporting, so we're fine there. If we'd have won the game against Belenenses, we could have had a chance to earn automatic qualification today against Benfica, but it just wasn't meant to be. It didn't look like. I made some change at the end to see if we could score, but it just didn't seem like it was gonna happen. So it is what it is. So yeah, guys, let's look at the lineup for today's game. Trying to get a little bit of rotation, and make sure we get some playing time for some guys that have lacked some playing time. All right, guys, so this is the lineup today. Like I said, some different guys in the lineup. Gatti, the young player, is actually getting time at goalkeeper because we have no goalkeeper. Both, where are they? Ba and where Manuel are both injured, so he's the only goalkeeper we have left. Otts on the right, he's been unhappy with playing time, so he's going to be playing. A normal center back partnership. Beefy playing now that Ceccarelli's out. Swatch and Bruno Silva in the midfield. Becker on the right, he's getting some playing time today. Cleverson in the middle, hasn't played much there. Giovanni on the left, still trying to get him back to fitness. And Vega up top, hasn't played in a while with Adriel playing well and with Marques playing well. He hasn't gotten the playing time. So a little bit of rotation. Making sure guys like Becker, because I think Becker's going to be here next year for sure. So making sure he's happy. We dodged a bullet, actually, by the way. Cleverson is... I mean, when I signed him, I didn't think he was going to be as good as he is, or at least his value wasn't going to be as high as it was. So when I signed him, I gave him a nearly about $3 million release clause, and now he's worth $9 million. So I think Santos came in with a bid of his release clause. Just money, no future incentives whatsoever, which is kind of disappointing. And I thought, damn, we're going to lose him. We ended up... Then what happened was... I tried signing him to a new contract. Unfortunately, his contract demands were in no way feasible with the payroll budget that we currently have, the money that we have. We basically have to pay him more than the entire team combined, and that just can't happen. So I thought, okay, that's it. He's gone. But he actually rejected their contract offer. Apparently, it wasn't the amount of money he wanted. So, but that's still. But I didn't know about a release clause, about any of that stuff. So when it came up, it was really worrying, and it's kind of something that I'm gonna have to focus on in during the summer, is looking at hoping we sign up to a contract. Hopefully, with the new money coming in, we can expand our payroll budget and all that stuff, to kind of afford, extending his contract. Or, we just scored a goal, by the way, which I haven't really talked about. But hopefully maybe extending his contract or selling him on for a number that's higher than his release cost, or at least somewhere we can have a little money come back for us later on. Because I think it was like $2.8 million, which would be the most we've ever sold any of our players for. Fair enough, but I would have wanted a little bit more. Good ball in by Giovanni here. Their defender missed the tackle. Their goalkeeper was way out of position. Vega scores the goal in his start. We haven't done much in this game. They've really been dominating us as far as shots, but none of them have been quality. And we got the quality strike there, and it ended up with a goal. And that's important. Really solidifies our place in the league. Porto will be the champions. Benfica looks like will be finishing in second, behind them, and us in third. Only 1 point behind Benfica, which is kind of happy. What makes me happy, 9 points behind Porto. I don't know if Porto have a game in hand. I don't know about that stuff. It looks like Vitória Setúbal and Marítimo, long-time first division teams, will be going down. Teams like Casa Pia, Mafra, Sertanense, Sintrense, Guedes. It's crazy that these teams, even us, are teams that are not getting relegated right now, which is amazing to me. In my mind, that's even Mafra, even the team we're playing right now, are in the second division in real life right now. So I would say about a little bit less, almost half of the teams currently in this division are not there in real life, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a sign of something, but I just thought it was interesting. I thought it was pretty interesting to see that that there has been so much change. I don't know. Might have to look at the second division teams. See who's coming up next year. It might be some more teams. It might be about a couple other teams. I think Coimbra might be back in the league. I mean, there's some teams in the third division. I think Nacional de Madeira, which are in the first team. Well, they got relegated this year in real life, but they're in the third division right now. It's just crazy how much has changed. I mean, it's been 10 years, but the fact that there's been so much turnover, and a lot. I mean, we're not the only team that has kind of come up the ranks of these leagues. Now, I'm gonna make a change here. Villegas is gonna come in for Cleverson. Cleverson's been okay, but nothing fantastic. I think that'll be it for now. Maybe make a change in midfield. I'll wait a little bit longer than that. Give Filipe Soares and Bruno Silva a little more playing time. For multiple reasons. I think Bruno Silva's been excellent for us. Him and Becker have been huge coming off the bench. Haven't complained about playing time. They've been consummate professionals. So happy with that. And then Bruno Silva is a young player that I want to keep developing. So I want to give him playing time. So making sure that these guys get to playing time. Look at Gaddy. I mean, he's a player with a lot of potential. Has good reflexes. Is not much. Oh, come on. We give up a penalty. Let's see if Gaddy can do something with that. He has some great reflexes. Technically, he's not that great, but reflexes, he's great. Except there, right down the middle. Maybe could have done better, but what are you going to do? And they tie it up. Is he me or is he like... Maybe his reflexes aren't as hot as I thought they were. That's not what I wanted. Not sure what to do. I mean, I'm not really worried about it. The difference between 3 points and 1 point in this game is non-existent, in all honesty. Let's get Dreisen some time, a young player that, because of Cleverson being able to play the right and Becker being so consistent off the bench, Dreisen's kind of fell to the wayside, which is unfortunate considering I think he has 18 pace. He's so rapid, but just doesn't have there's other parts of his game to kind of help him out with his speed. So hopefully loaning him out next year if Cleverson stays. If not, I think he'd be a good backup to Becker. But with Cleverson, noticing that with his release clause, I just see a team coming in the transfer window and just paying the release clause, giving him a contract, and him leaving. I definitely see that. So that may happen for sure. So Dreisen, I'm probably not going to worry about selling him or loading him out too early. I'm gonna wait to see what happens with Cleverson and Becker and all that stuff. So, so let's look at the end of the season awards. Maybe see who's going to come up. It's kind of been an uneventful episode. I'm sorry, guys. It just blames Sporting because they didn't do enough in their games to kind of put pressure on us. Alright, guys, this is the new best 11. The only change is Giovanni's down the left. I think took the spot of Felica, I believe. Cleverson, I think just this season alone could have possibly qualified just by itself because he was amazing this season. Guilherme Marques finds himself on the bench now. So there's only 2 players that got into the squad. Where are they now? I'm pretty sure we all know where they all are now. None of them has really changed. It's only been a few years. Most of these players. Luke Warrington, player of the season. Cleverson was fantastic. But I understand that he's just so important to the way we play. Cleverson won Young Player of the Year. He's only 24, which is pretty amazing. He's continuing to develop his play on that right side. He's such a good player, though, and he's been spectacular. Probably the best player we've ever had in this game. This is our best 11. Vega up top, which is interesting. Now Marques, even though Marques was our top scorer. And Adriel, when he came, was important. Giovanni, Vegas, Cleverson. This all makes sense. Yeah, Vega's the only one that's kind of because Cleverson was top scorer, but I'm pretty sure Marques scored more than Marques. Marques scored more than Vega. Semprini was the highest average rating. Cleverson 12 assists and 15 goals. That's amazing. 90% pass completion for Mubanga. Ceccarelli was an issue when, like I talked about before, so that's something we're going to have to focus on. Attendance keeps growing, which is good. A lot of players used this season. Where are they now? Team of 2021. Dio Costa is at Sporting. He was here with us in 2021. That's pretty amazing. Casimo. What's Casimo do? He's in Salzburg. Doing well. Finally had a great season. He was struggling in Russia, I believe, but he tearing apart in amazing the Champions League. 5 appearances, 3 player of the matches, 8.28 rating. Wow. Spectacular in the Austrian league. Wow, that's actually pretty amazing. Cavallini, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. These are actually some names that I'm actually interested in. Cavallini. Good. Chaminga. Stanislas Chaminga. I haven't. Wow. He's in. Where is he? Scunthorpe? Very interesting. Other players. Fernandine. Silla. What is Silla doing? He retired. It's a big face. Spent a lot of time, it looks like, joined us and just spent a lot of time in Portugal. Looks like retired at 35. Fair play. We didn't ruin his career or anything. I'm always worried about that. Patrick was his last stop. Jeff Hardeveld, left back, I believe. Yeah, never became the player that I thought he was going to become. Unfortunate. But that's been happened. Breno, that's happened a lot to us actually. Breno, he's still playing. Good for him. Duso, we've looked at. Jambour, another midfield player that was big for us for a while. I forgot about him. I knew there was somebody that I was forgetting about that midfield. I knew there was George and there was Duso. Jambour's the guy that we missed for a while that I couldn't figure out who we were missing. So that's pretty interesting. What is Devoe doing? Playing in Turkey, I believe. Turkey, Poland. I didn't look at this last season. Yeah, I looked at last season, but playing well, continuing his career is good for him. Where do I? Oh, we're looking at the second division. Look who's coming up. It's going to be interesting. Tamilisong and Olnens, 2 more teams that are that have never played in the top division. That are not currently in the top division in real life. Academica Coimbra is in there. Aroca, Estoril, Tondela, and Boa Vista. Looks like they're going down. It's amazing. Desportivo Jab, she's getting promoted this year. That's crazy. Third division. Let's look at this third division. I mean, this is first phase. Let's look who's in these groups. Gil Vicente was in the first division just a couple years ago in real life. Moreirense is down here. Penafiel. Leixões, FC Porto B, Beira-Mar, Naval used to be in we were in a little while ago. Athletic, Santa Clara's in here, Nacional's in here. Farense is in here. Quite a few teams, it looks like. Sorry, my mom opened the door. Yes, I do live with my mother. I'm sorry. That disturbs you. So yeah, guys. So that looks like the end of the season. Unfortunately, another great season, successful season. Finished qualifying for the Champions League. It's going to be very tough to actually get into the Champions League group stages. If we did, it'd be a coup. I mean, we need to improve our squad. We have some money, which is nice. We have some funds available to us, but it'll be important on us to keep Cleverson, keep Villegas, keep Becker. I mean, sign a striker, sign a left back. It's going to be a struggle, but hopefully we can do it. We have a few weeks to kind of get the players that we need to be prepared for that. So yeah, guys, so come back. And not tomorrow, like I said earlier in the episode. Come back in 2 days, and we'll be back for a new season, a new big season of the Road to Top series. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and take care of yourselves.